Welcome back to this Let's Play of the original official campaign of Neverwinter Nights 2. Last time we found the second of the five abilities that we need to get to defeat the Guardian.
Really?
The first one was this
Something you want?
Aurora Chain ability, and we picked up Shining Shield. Both of them sound really cool, but are crippled by short directions, and, well, they're just not that special. We also killed an Ogre Mage for these orcs here, and, well, I mean, working for orcs is fine and all, but let's, you know, do what we always do with orcs. Being a little racist here, of course, but, you know, that never stopped fantasy characters. Everyone's a little bit racist. And everyone's a little bit annoyed at that, Dispel Magic. I guess I'm just going to have to switch to Spellcaster mode instead of Fighter mode, since they dispelled all my fighting buffs. Not that I'm completely helpless without them. That little side adventure, slaughter aside, let's go off and find our next statue, which is going to be in the Temple of Seasons. There are 4 statues we will find here, and the 5th that we'll have to deal with later. And so we're about halfway done with this area. And Ziggy more or less says that she knows that we're near the, or I guess I should say that differently. She knows that we are near the ritual of purification.
Yes. Listening. Really.
Gotta say it with the right
Make your path
accent.
Come on,
I don't know,
follow
accent.
me. Keep up.
I think it is time everyone marched behind me, your new glorious leader.
Something you want?
Greater Shadow Conjuration is a lot like its sort of lower level brethren. It can be used to cast a variety of spells, including just to summon a shadow. It's not real great, but it is, you know, it's there, and I've cast it, and it's done. It's not a spell that I would normally use. Each one of these seasons has a book in it which has a little story, and you can read the story. I guess if you could just go through the video frame by frame if you really cared for it. There's not anything interesting. It's just tales of it. This first room is actually a little more annoying than most. All of the season rooms have enemies in them, and the enemies appear after you read the book. Some of them, this one actually just keeps spawning them until you've killed enough. So you can't actually get infinite XP here, but it seems like you should be able to. Just a bunch of ice methods and these winter wolves. Nothing particularly good. I'll come back and I'll clean up everything later. We have a whole bunch of rooms for this to go through.
Follow me.
This way Shadow's not doing too well, but I'm gonna finish at least one more room before
Something you
I rest.
want?
And the Rites of Spring. Not exactly. This room has harder enemies, but at least they don't respawn infinitely. Not infinitely, but repetitively. And when I say harder, that should not be confused in any way with hard. So I guess I am maybe a little too. Summer is the easiest room in many ways. There are these random fire bursts that come down, but it's really just this one iron golem. Easy enough. I guess I'm gonna make it through the entire dungeon without resting. It's not a very long dungeon. It's sort of strange that we went from winter, I guess winter, spring, summer, autumn. Started in the winter. But let's just say autumn is not any more challenging than the last couple seasons. These sylphs really, I mean, they could have at least tried to make them hard. I guess they are actually doing damage. They're casting, I believe, chain lightning. Okay, well, we actually took some damage there, and I have a whole bunch of stuff to clean up. So I'll do that and be right back. Alright, and we're left with just this one little bit in the middle here. And you can be nice to Cassivere for some influence here. But this is the statue.
In ancient times, the Guardian was created to protect Ilfarn. If the time has come to dismantle our great instrument, you will be an agent of its destruction. Take this blessing of cleansing. May it burn away the darkness in your travels.
It's actually a fairly useless attack spell.
The third part of the ritual is complete. Feel the power of Ilfarn fill you, and see what it is you stand against.
I stand against the echo. I think that's
He
actually
knows.
a bug.
He knows what we are doing, but you have learned how to place the power of this ritual between you and him, like a barrier. And if he attempts to break it, he will only wound himself.
I guess there's some things that are not if reflected in the game code, as far as just gameplay.
I think it is
and
time everyone
segregation.
marched behind me, your new
But
glorious
there's some chests
leader.
here with more random loot, which has this strange obsession with immunity to death magic, but I'm just going to pick it up and sell it. We've completed Riverguard Keep, we've dealt with York Camp, we've completed the Temple of Seasons. There are 2 points left on the map, the Gem Mines and the Song Portal. I'll get to the Song Portal soon enough, but for now we're going to the Gem Mines. Well, this doesn't look like a mine. It looks like a library.
The dust upon the floor stirs beneath your feet. What brings one of flesh and blood to this empire of spirits?
We're here to eat you! Oh, wait, sorry. That's the first expansion. That's not the official campaign. We're looking for the Statues of Purification.
Has the Guardian returned, then? I heard the whispers, but I did not believe. His echoes are strong in this place, and the tides of spirits ebb and flow, signifying little.
Alright, Guardian, and you can use an intelligence. Sometimes you'll see these conversation options show up if you have a high enough stat. And we've been told already, I guess intelligence is required to remember what we've been told 16 times now, that the King of Shadows is also the Guardian.
Perhaps I do. Ages pass and names change. I have existed longer as a spirit than as a breathing, blooded elf, and I know little of the world beyond my books. The Guardian was once a man, a hero of Ilfarn in days long gone. He saw more clearly than most. He saw the threats that might destroy all we had built, and he sacrificed everything that our empire might live. A creature of magic he became, and an extension of the very weave. Our enemies, the men of Netheril, feared to face him, so they turned their eyes to weaker prey. By the Guardian's sacrifice, Ilfarn was saved.
And the Guardian's name is not Karen Sajet, by the way.
We thought the weave eternal, an endless font of life from which the Guardian might draw. In this, we were wrong. The weave failed, and the Guardian faced a choice. Allow himself to die and leave Ilfan undefended, or draw his life from another source. For the sake of his people, the Guardian turned to the weave's dark twin, and thus he became a creature of shadow. Yes, though I prefer to remember him as the man he once was. So our leaders also believed. They devised the ritual of purification that we might weaken the Guardian. The words are recorded upon 5 statues. One such statue is here. And the statue lies within the stone communion tree, a blending of arboreal and terrestrial. It symbolized the union of Ilfan's dwarven and elven peoples. Opening the tree requires similar unity. 3 elves and 3 dwarves of Ilfan spaced equally around its trunk. Without these 6, the tree will remain closed to you.
Okay, and elves and dwarves don't exactly grow on trees. Well, elves might, but we can't exactly just pull them out of our hats.
Spirits of Ilfan dwell here. Elves and dwarves who are bound closely to the Guardian and the man he was in life. His memory hangs heavy on their souls. If you gather these spirits to you, then the tree shall open to reveal what it cradles within. It is not so simple. Just as the Guardian has fallen into shadow, so have those who were tied to him. Their torment has spawned a legion of foul undead, manifestations of their pain and sorrow. Destroy these undead, and I believe their spirits would reappear, for a time at least.
Okay, so kill the undead, solve the puzzle. Sounds easy enough.
Yes, but there is more. More that is my doing, I'm afraid. If you intend to bring spirits to the communion tree, you must undo the wards on the walls of these ruins. The ghost lights, which keep the spirits at bay.
Okay, and this is the puzzle part.
They are the wards designed to shelter and trap the spirits within these ruins so they cannot spread their taint beyond this place. To your eyes, the ghost lights glow with a blue light, but to the spirits of my people, the glow is like that of the sun, a searing light that they cannot approach. As long as the ghost lights burn, the spirits cannot reach the tree.
Okay.
The touch of the living is enough. When they are touched by one that lives, they will go out. And once they are extinguished, the spirits may pass.
I'll explain that when I actually get to the puzzle. There's a lot of this area which is just loot, and I'll do all that off screen, and there's also a fair number of just random enemies here. A fair number of which are actually almost all of which, I think all but 2 are undead. So I'm going to cast the last level 1 spell I have yet to cast, which is Detect Undead. And, well look, there are a bunch of undead on the map. Imagine that. But we're not going to have time to get to them this time. So, next time, we're going to go beat up some undead.